Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you saw by the title, we will be doing a full face of makeup. I'm just not so sure about full face of makeup on the chopping block, anything like that, full face of makeup that I need to try more. All of that included in this video. I have so many products that, I end up using once, even twice, even 5 times, and I still don't know what it is about this product that's not making it a favorite, but that's not making me declutter it. I don't know. And so a lot of these products are ones that we'll talk about. Some I've never even mentioned on my channel, or like I've mentioned but haven't featured in a video or anything like that. So I thought that would be fun to talk more about. Again, some of these I've used once, and I really just don't know how I feel about them. So yeah, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, let's just get started. So literally, I went through my collection and I could probably pick out 3 products from each category in my collection that I wanted to feature in this video. So I honestly mentioned some doubles for each category, but I honestly could make a part 2 to this video. So definitely let me know if you guys want to see a part 2, because it's obscene and I did double any either way, so it's just crazy. First things first is of course primer. We're gonna go in with the Becca Skin Love Brighten and Blur Primer. So this was one that I thought about in my declutter. I got from TJ Maxx, and so it wasn't like something I've always wanted or anything like that. It was just like, oh, let's try it. And I have been really liking it. I really liked it when I first got it, and then I didn't declutter it, which shocked me. I was like, then I just don't use it. Then I've never, every time I go to look for a primer, it's just never this one. And so I wondered what it was, but my skin looks really nice. The scent isn't the best, but it doesn't smell bad. My skin just doesn't look, it looks brightened relatively to being blurred as well, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's either or. So the fact this is saying brighten and blur, I feel like it's doing that because it's blurring it out and making it look brighter. If that makes sense, then it would be if it was just blurred, you know what I mean? But it's not necessarily illuminating or hydrated or juicy, and that's what I think I really go for. So I think that's probably the thing with this primer, is that I feel like I need a little bit more from it. I definitely will use it in combination with other primers or whatever, but it looks nice, and my skin does look blurred, girl. So, fine. Crap, I forgot to dampen my sponge. But next is foundation, and so this is one of those products that I don't even know if I've used on YouTube. I probably used it in a video that I didn't even tell you about it, you know what I mean? Whatever. So this is the Milk Makeup Flex Foundation Stick in the shade Golden Sand. Actually, I think I did use this in my full face of TJ Maxx. Did I? I don't know. But this is the only stick foundation I have, and I've only used it less than 3 times for sure. And so I really just don't know how I feel about it. There's no way to know. I know I didn't love it, and so I'm sure the problem with today's video is that because I'm using all these products in combination with each other, I am nervous that it's not going to end well, where it might be better if I use it with the products I know and love. So these products will probably be tested, on their time as well. So this foundation does have a scent. It's like a perfumed scent. It's blending out really, really nicely. My sponge is damp, and so it really helps products blend out a little bit easier when they are damp. The shade is clearly not my shade, very yellow, but wow, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like super full coverage, but also doesn't look light coverage either. I feel like it's a nice medium coverage. It is going to more matte finish, which sometimes I really do like a matte finish. Sometimes I do want that in my foundation, but not all the time. And so this one would be a good one to have on hand if I ever want one, because so far it's not looking dry or anything like that. It's just looking matte, and so I really, really like that actually. I don't know if you guys can tell. And then this side, big difference, girl. Okay, so next we're gonna do is concealer, and I have 2 here. One is the Kylie Skin Concealer. It's in the shade Amber, which is literally way too dark for me, too dark for me. And with this foundation, I didn't think it would work, but I also wanted to try the Milk Flex Concealer again. I did like it when I first used it, but I don't remember too much. So I have the shade Medium Beige, which I don't know if they'll be fine together. Should I risk it? we'll try it. We'll just do a little swab of this. I feel like, you know what, let's put this one on, blend it out, look at it, and then put the milk one on top to see, you know, both formulas. This is a nice skin tone colored concealer. The Kylie one, you can see it just blends right into my foundation, but under the eyes it's not the best color. Anyway, I do remember when I first used this, I did like this concealer. So this is one that's more necessarily I just need to try more because it looks really nice. It's a nice medium coverage. It looks really good under my eyes and I really like that concealer. It's one that I've been putting through the ringer because I need to put through the ringer just because of Kylie, you know. It's kind of like you don't want to ever say you like one of her products without backing it up, so... let me just put, I'll mix them in a second. Let me just put this one on this eye so we can see. This one's not the lightest shade either, so whatever. Okay, obviously this one's a lot more brightening. Straight off the bat, this one looks a little bit more hydrated and juicy under the eye. This one looks a little more set, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I hope that it doesn't go matte eventually. It could be also the combination of concealer and foundation. Like I know that these are meant to go together, but they're probably meant to go together for more oily skin, you know, you never know. So yes, I really like the way they both look under my eyes though. I think this one has more coverage. The Kylie one has a little bit more coverage than the milk one. I don't know if you guys can tell, it looks a little bit darker under this eye, but also I don't know how shades affect that and stuff, so I'm just gonna even out the eyes so that they look normal, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so honestly, my base is looking real nice. I look really set. Now it's setting powder time, which is probably making me the most nervous. Not because of the setting powders, but because my face already is so set and not as juicy and hydrated as I usually go for, but it looks really nice. So we're gonna keep it going. Next, we're gonna use the Kylie setting powder in the shade Translucent. I did really like this again the first time I used it. I saw no flaws in it. It wasn't drying or anything like that. I just haven't reached for it ever, and every time I go for it, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can like trust this setting powder. And so I'm like, oh, I don't know. So I really want to just, I guess, finalize my thoughts on this one. So far it's looking real nice. It's not too light under my eyes. It's not too light for my skin tone. And it's setting my face really, really nicely. Oh wait. My under eyes look really, really nice. This side looks better under here. This side looks a little bit more crepey, a little bit like it settled into more fine lines, I should say, because it doesn't look dry or anything like that. It just looks like there are more fine lines than this side, which I really am liking this Kylie side. But my entire base looks really, really nice. I feel like I could live with this milk concealer as well. It just ages me a little bit, if that makes sense. Next, we're gonna go with the A-Way Studio Perfect Press Powder. It's in the shade Translucent, which is scary because it looks white, but I have used it before. Let me get the brush. And I really, really liked it the first time I used it as well. It really set my face and it didn't make me look white. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. And again, it's not making me look white. It's not putting down white powder that is terribly scary. It just looks really, really nice. And my face looks set. Let's get closer up. Yes, girl, it doesn't look dry. It doesn't look anything. Wow. Wow. Okay, guys, I was scared. I was scared for a moment. All right, next let's bronze it up. Bronzer for first I'm gonna go with the Ofra bronzer in Americano. I used to love this bronzer. I just haven't used it in a while, and so I really just wanted to see how I felt about it using it again. I've been using my Tarte Park Princess bronzer a lot because I'm trying to use it up. So no other bronzers have been getting used really. So all my bronzers were kind of like, dude, I don't know how I feel about any of these, but still, that looked really orange. So that's why it took me off guard, like really red toned, which I don't remember it doing that. In person, it looks really, really nice. And camera doesn't look bad. It's just the orange in person looks fine, like the orangey red looks fine in person, and camera looks like a little bit weird. I don't know. Wow, maybe I don't love this bronzer. It's so pretty though. It blended so nicely and it does look really, really good. It's just that weird hue that you can see like makes me look a little bit orange and like orange. So I was like, So I'm like, I don't know. All right, next we're gonna go with an exciting product. This is the Patrick Ta Major Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. Sorry, in the shade She's That Girl. This is way too pink. Oh, I forgot another product. This is way too pink for my liking, so I never use it, but I really just don't, like I can't have it sit there. It just can't. So I wanna, use it and test it out. I wanna see if it looks better when I do it right. So we're gonna go with the powder first, like they want. Okay, off the bat, the powder isn't super pink. I think it just looks so scary in here that it freaks me out. I think I do have to use a fluffy brush because I'm using a fluffier brush today. And usually I'll use just a different brush that packs on a little bit more color at one time. And so that's probably why it looks so pink. So this looks good. Ooh, okay. I've been sleeping on this blush for sure. Then I'm gonna go into, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna use the same sponge, although I usually don't. The sponge needs to go anyway. I'm gonna dip into the cream here and dab it on top. And what's happening? Not that much. Oh, that's better. Ooh! Okay, so the cream makes it more pink, which I thought it might tone the, I thought it might tone the undertone of the pink down a little bit, but it makes it a little bit more pink. So I think if I was gonna use anything from this again, I would be using just the powder or just the cream, underneath another blush or something like that. But I really like that. That is prettier than I thought, and so I was scared for a minute, but we've calmed down. I forgot to use this product. This is the KVD Shade and Light Contour duo here. I don't like this top shade, and I'm 100% sure that I won't like it the next time I use it again. So I'm kind of already past trying to work with that one. But the bottom shade, I'm not so sure about. You can see I just dipped into it like twice, and it's so freaking powdery. But I want to see. Ooh, that looks. Oh my gosh! I just lost this whole side of my face. I just want to use it, and I think like a contour is the best way. I'm going to use it like on top of a bronzer or under a bronzer or something like that. And it's working for me. It just took that cheek away. Yes, girl. Ooh. And the 5 head. Okay, so I think I like this more than I thought. I just don't think it's a necessity, which is why I don't use it a lot, is because I don't really need to contour. Like, it's not one of my, like, some people love to contour. The way I love to do eyeshadow, some people really love to contour like that. That's just not me, girl. Not me. All right, so next is highlighter before I jump to my eye stuff. And I have 2 here. First, I have this Joah Glow On Grow Bronze and Glow Duo, which is, yeah, just a mini of the thing here. And I really want to use this highlighter because I used it when I won the giveaway, and that was it. But yeah, it's just not all that in a bag of chips. You really have to scrape on there, girl. Okay. That's all right. It's all right. It's not the best, but it's a nice like glow from within. It's just a little dark for me, I think, as well. So I think I have to use that in the summer if I'm gonna keep it. I haven't decided yet because I don't really know, girl. Then I'm gonna go in with this Ofra Snuggle Up Blush and Highlighter Duo Compact. The blush is just real peachy for me, and so we gotta see if this highlighter, girl, is gonna be doing it for me. Yeah. It's a very like icier kind of highlight. It's not a champagne or anything like that. It's pretty icy, like icy white. Oh, but that looks pretty. Okay, I love it. I love over highlighters, but it's hard when you're not reaching. You can't reach for all of them, right? And at the rate I was going, this one was at the bottom of the food chain, so I was like, I gotta decide, girl. Okay, so I really like that one. Don't like the Joah one as much. I feel like some days I might like it for a very natural glow, but I have other ones that do that. So I don't know, that one's still I have to decide on, but yes, honey, I gotta blend. All right, so next what I'm gonna do is setting spray. I'm gonna go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh spray. I feel like I need some refreshing. I have used this, you can see I've used a bit of it. And for longevity, it does work. It's just not my number one, I don't think. And I think I'd like it and don't love it, you know? Wow, this spray just proved me wrong, because it really did refresh my makeup very, very well. And I don't remember doing it, but usually I was doing it for the show. So I knew it really made my makeup last really long, because it always lasted the show, but I never took the time to look at it as a refresher. And my skin looks so refreshed and so healthy, and okay, I'm kind of shook. Okay, I feel like the number one palette that I'm not so sure about is definitely the Colourpop Going Coconuts eyeshadow palette. I want to do a ranking on my Colourpop palettes video, but this one I just don't use, and when I did use it, I didn't like it. I feel like I went back and I kind of looked at all the people who convinced me to buy this palette, and I realized they were all light skin. Not to say I'm the tannest of the tan or the deepest of the deep, I'm not. But when you know, there are differences in what people like because how it looks on their own skin tone. And so this was one of those ones that I was like, I really want to love, but I just didn't. So I'm gonna speed through this just again because to save on time. And then I'll let you guys know my thoughts at the end here. I'm nervous. Wish me luck. Okay, so honestly, I like this palette fine. I think the middle shade to me is a little bit too pinky I think that was the problem the first time. I kind of just went really cool tone and then threw that shade on. Like I thought it would look nice, but on my skin tone, it just pulls a little too pink. So it didn't look that good, but when I did this ombre kind of thing where I used the deeper shade and then the middle Cocoa Crush, it looks really, really good. I'm impressed. Not a cool tone lover yet, but it still looks really nice, so I'm shocked. The shades were really nice. Colourpop formula. It's a little bit more powdery than the other Colourpop palettes that I have, but it works out. So, oh my gosh, also I forgot to do brows. First, we're going to use the AOA Studio Slim Brow Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. This one, it's just a brow pencil, honestly, but I've only used it like once, so I figured, you know, why not put it to the test, see how I really feel about it. It was creamy the first time I used it, and it went on really easy. Didn't feel like it was pulling out hairs, so that's all I really want in a brow pencil. And so quick, easy, and it works, you know. And then we're gonna go with the Milk Kush Fiber Brow Gel in the shade Grind. When I use this, guys, it was just a lot for me, and my brows looked crazy. So I'm just gonna go lightly. It really was super pigmented, which is fine, but it was hard. Like once it's so liquidy that it's like, it's hard to blend it out, you know, make it look even, but actually it worked today, so that's good. You really have to make sure all the product is wiped off. And then you have to make sure you're brushing through a lot. So don't like put it in one spot for too long. Definitely spread it out a lot. And that makes it a little bit easier. It's just so liquidy that it's just hard to maneuver. And I don't recommend for beginners, or honestly, like I don't think it's the best brow gel I've used, but if you have it, try it again. It works. It's just scary. All right, and then I kind of want to move on to lips before mascara for some odd reason. We're gonna go with the KKW Beauty Lip Liner in the shade Love. I've used this a couple times before, and I think the formula is superb, honestly. So creamy, so nice. It's a really, really beautiful formula. I I just don't think I'm obsessed with the shade of it. I think that's the problem. But, you know, I'm gonna keep using it because I like it. So this one is kind of one that I just want to finalize my last few thoughts on it, and then I'll have my mind made up. And then I'm gonna go in with the let's see, I'm gonna go with the Pat McGrath lipsticks. I have the shade 1995 and Omi, I don't know. I'm gonna go in with the darker one first, if I can tell. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go in with the shade, I lied. I'm just gonna go in with the shade 1995 because it looks like more of a nude and it'll look a little bit nicer, hopefully. This look today, all over the place, but whatever. So the lip liner is a little bit nude for my liking, a little bit brownie nude for my liking, like a little too brownie nude, but I think I can make it work. But I really like the formula. The lipstick I really like the formula of as well. They're just little guys, and I feel like I could go through these so freaking fast, and I just never use them. But they're nice, they feel comfortable, they're not drying or anything like that, and so they look really pretty as well. For mascara, I have two again. I have the Too Faced Darn Girl Mascara, as well as the A-Way Fat Lash Mascara. I honestly, both of these are kind of just like, I don't know how I feel. I have my favorites and that's it. And I kind of just ignore everything else. And so I really have to put these to the test. So I'm gonna put this one on this side and this one on this side, and then we'll see which one, you know, we'll see how we feel about them. Okay, so although they both look really, really nice right now, they both look very different. Not a fan of this AOA Studio Fat Lash. Not a fan of the Too Faced Darn Girl. I feel like it looks very clumpy and just doesn't look like that girly wispy lash that I love. So both these are hard now. Yeah, all in all, my face looks really, really good. It doesn't look heavy or cakey or anything like that. I think the foundation looks beautiful. The primer looks beautiful. Concealers look all right. Not 10 out of 10, but pretty good. I think the powder looks pretty nice. I like the pressed powder more than I like the loose powder right now. I think the loose powder I still have to test out with one of my favorite concealers that I can see. Bronzers, I love. Blush, I love. Highlighter, I really love the Ofra one and not so much the Joah one. Brows, they look so bomb, so we're gonna go with it. Lips look really nice. I mean, I look like I'm a toddler with candy, chocolate all over my face, but it looks fine. It'll be fine for the rest of the video. Mascaras, just told you my opinion, not a fan. Setting spray I really like though. Really like that, and I really like the eyeshadow palette. Those two shocked me, so yeah, this video was very successful. Let me know if you guys want to see a part 2, whatever, next month or something like that, because I have enough. I literally have enough products that I have no idea how I feel about. Maybe that one won't be as successful. I don't know, we'll see. The quote for today is, "You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated." That's by Maya Angelou. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Really hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.